Good job, sweetie. Yeah.
What's it like having 3 kids? I say that because I have 2 children, but 3 young children, how about that?
Yeah, really young.
Because I've forgotten. Refresh.
I actually have to remember that my 5-year-old is really young because he's the oldest. I like expect more of him, and I just think he can do a lot and he's pretty responsible, but then sometimes I'll like be at the park or somewhere where there's older kids and I'm like, oh, Noah, you're actually really little. Like, I have to stop expecting as much of you as I do because you're only 5, you know? So, but yeah, it's a lot. Some days feel so doable and some days feel not so doable. And there's like, doesn't feel like there's a rhyme or reason. Like you can totally set yourself up for success the next day. Like you can have the house in order and the lunch is made and like all the things that like in the morning could potentially cause the stress. And yet that doesn't always equal smooth morning. And it's just like total, it just doesn't. Look.
So how has nursing been the 3rd time around?
It's been great. I've been very fortunate. Like just all 3 times has been gone really well. I've had a lot of milk always, and so that's just been a really nice thing that hasn't been a stress to me. Like just to wonder, do I have enough to feed my child? And so with all 3, it's been great. Like just the first, of course, figuring it out and just needing to learn. And I actually came to you guys when I was pregnant still with Noah, and with my first, and because I was working with Annie's husband, he said, you should go see my wife down at Materna. So I went, and we had so much fun. We tried on all these things, and I bought like all these things, and it was just nice to feel like, okay, I can wear this. It's comfortable. It's fitting my body that's changing. It will be functional once I'm nursing, and it feels good. Like I feel comfortable in it. It feels pretty to be wearing at home or even some of the things outside. And yeah, I just have loved it. And nursing really has been such a treat for me. I think it's been a good bonding with each of my kids. And with their different personalities, it's been different, like, you know, a different situation with all 3 kids. My first one, I think, would have nursed forever, and he did, a long time. And then my second gave me up at 10 months, and he was just done overnight, you know. And that's totally him. He'll snuggle you for about 30 seconds and then be ready to go to bed. Mom, can I have some space? And then we'll see what she does. But at 7 months, she's still going strong. And I've gone back to work with all 3 after 3 months. And I work part-time. So I've kept nursing up with them and then been pumping at work.
With bras, have you transitioned from nursing bras to regular? I mean, in the last 6 years, it's really been pretty chock-a-block. Have you switched out? Have you? I think from a perspective of a mother of 3 in a pretty, you know, concentrated time period. Did you use the same bras?
I have worn Materna bras the whole time. So for like the last 5.5 years, I have. And I have had gaps where I haven't been nursing before I got pregnant, but I kept wearing them the whole time. Like there's just felt like there was no reason to switch. They're so supportive, so comfortable, grew with me, shrunk with me, a lot of them at least. And were just the most supportive, comfortable bra that I had. And so it just I didn't see a point to try to switch. I think eventually I'll probably switch the snaps to rings once I'm done, but they were so supportive in my pregnancies too, when I was just constantly different sizes. and just pretty, like they're just really beautiful bras that are made so well. And I was involved at times with seeing how they were being made or changes to them, and I just have a lot of respect for how much work goes into that. Because it's something you put on your body every single day. So I kind of learned through that process. It's like one of the most important pieces I could buy because I'm wearing it every day, and it's supporting something that's so important, you know, both to my body just as a woman, but then as a function of feeding my children. And so I don't know, I think I've become a bit of an advocate to my friends to just take care in that, and to see it as such an important thing and to spend the money on it. I joke with them like that, you know, women lately, you know, or women will drop, you know, $200 in a second on a little black dress, right, for a party. Or for some special occasion, and they'll wear it 2 or 3 times a year at the most, right? And yet when we look at a price tag that's higher than we'd like for something like a bra, you wear it every day. Like you just put it on your bras. Probably
and you're
not
really active too.
Yeah, really active. So I do have a sports bra, which I do wear because I did run in my pregnancies, progressively less in each of my pregnancies, or you know, didn't run for as long. And then, but even the regular ones that I feel like, even if it's not a sports bra, I can walk to the park, I can run to catch up with my son who's on his bike. And I'm not feeling like I have to stop or I have to like hold myself because I'm not being supported. So that's been huge to put that on, and yet to know that it's so pretty. Like it's not just this, I don't know, just kind of only functional, you know.
The perspective of a woman designing a nursing bra for a woman.
Yeah, I mean that's our core function, is to support women like ourselves as mothers and Emily to have a confidence every day at work or at the park or going to a date night, right? And Jonathan, hopefully a date after this. So I think what's important isn't the idea of what beautiful is, but rather the feeling that we have internally of just knowing that you're taken care of and supported, and it's a company that has, you know, a care for the end consumers, the baby and the mom. And making bras is not easy. It's so complicated.